Hey everybody, it's time for a rock legend on WBBZ-TV, a music legend we should say, John Cafferty from John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Welcome, you're in Rhode Island, your home state. How are you doing, John?
In Little Rhodey, enjoying the summer. I've had this weekend off, so it's been a busy summer so far. So it's kind of fun.
Well, you have been enjoying your time off because you have been in the music industry and on the scene since 1972. And John, what do you think is the reason for the long-lasting legacy of you as a musician and the Beaver Brown Band?
Well, first of all, it's a job that we chose to do. Nobody made us play the guitars and saxophones and stuff. It was something of our choosing. So, that's sort of that alone is a blessing in itself that we got to spend our lives doing exactly what we wanted to do. So when we get a chance to play and share what we know and share the music that we grew up with and that inspired us, um, it's uh, it's a gift to give, and everybody likes getting a gift.
Well, you have been giving that gift for many years, and the band has had several incarnations. And you're coming to Western New York to the West Herr Riviera Theatre July 26th for a show at 7:30. Now, because you're from Rhode Island and you really kind of got your start with the band on the East Coast, what was your first memory of Buffalo and Niagara Falls as you expanded and your career grew?
Well, we used to play in Buffalo like years ago. We used to played a couple of places. We played a place called the Trafalgar
Oh,
Cafe.
the Trafalgar Cafe, yep.
I'm from Rhode Island. I can't say it right. But I remember we played there. We played a place called, I, I'm not sure if I got this right. Is it called G. Willikers? Was that a place up there?
G. Willikers, maybe, maybe not,
Yeah.
but certainly you've played
Um,
Buffalo in the past.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We played up there quite a bit. And we actually got to play before a Bills game, we've always had a lot of friends up there. I mean, it's blue collar town like Providence where we come from, and always made a lot of friends when we played there.
Well, and that may also speak to the fact that you've been such a long-lasting musical sensation for all these years because you're blue collar, you're working class, you understand the audience. How has the audience changed over the years? I mean, now you're dealing with fans who remember you from the 70s and the 80s, but you're also introducing your music to a new generation as well.
Well, we just made a new album. We got a brand new album called The Sound of Waves. It's the first album that we've made in quite a few years, 37 to be exact. We had a greatest hits record come out a couple of years ago, celebrated our 50th anniversary as a band, and started working on a new album to sort of commemorate all of that. And it just came out. Already got a hit on it called Day in the Sun, which is a great summer song. It's already been in a film called Ricky Stenicki by the Farrelly Brothers. Um, it's been an adventure that continues on as the roller coaster ride hasn't stopped yet.
No, and won't stop for some time to come. Why was it so long in between recording all those years, John?
Well, that's a good question. We didn't have a record deal. I mean, we were sort of out of sync with the music business. The music business and the life of a musician don't always sync up. Doesn't mean that you don't play music and that you're not continuing to be a musician because we never stopped playing. We always played all these years. We were just not part of the recording business, so to speak. And times change, styles change, music changes, so we were sort of out of sync with it. But at this age, it's like speak now or forever hold your peace. So it's time to make a new record.
Well, and you're speaking to us now on WBBZ, and we appreciate that. Let's talk a little bit about the connection to movies because you mentioned that your newest recording has a connection to a new film. But Eddie and the Cruisers was certainly a profound moment for you and the band when your music was accepted and used in that soundtrack, and forever a part of that whole motion picture experience.
It's funny. I mean, we're so associated with that film, or at least our music is. You know, a couple of songs I wrote for the film, some of the songs we were doing already. Guy was walking down the street one night in Greenwich Village. We were playing The Bitter End. Guy's name was Kenny Vance, who was a record producer. Came in, saw us play, heard the music coming out of the window, and liked what he heard. And never met him, but I knew he left with a smile on his face because he called up about a year later and had a movie script called Eddie and the Cruisers that they were looking for music for this film. And we was a little reluctant at first, you know. We were trying to get a record deal on our own. So the idea of our music, the songs that I had written, songs that we were performing in real life, being lip synced by actors, you know, it was a double-edged sword for us.
Well, you learned a lot, but it certainly, as we said, you know, was profound, and it put you on the map in so many other ways. Let's talk a
Well,
little
I
bit.
sold 3 million records with it, so you can't complain too much about it, right?
No, 3 million is 3 million more than I have and will ever have. So, the Beaver Brown Band. It was interesting to read the notes. Came from a paint can. Is that where the story goes?
Yeah, we started rehearsing back in 1972. It was you know, an era of sort of odd band names, you know, or colorful band names, and you know, we got a job at the University of Rhode Island, and to play at a dance. And we didn't have a name, so we just started looking around the room, naming off whatever we could, you know, whatever we could see. And someone said Beaver Brown, and it was a paint can that we had used to paint the inside of the rehearsal room with. And we said, man, you know, we got to come up with something better than that. But you know, we played, and you know, within a couple of weeks, we were the most popular band in the neighborhood, so the name stuck.
And it's stuck forever ever since. What can people expect, John, when they see John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band at the West Herr Riviera Theatre coming up July 26th? What are you going to play?
Well, we have a lot of big hits that we're gonna play, both you know, songs from films that we were involved with, and also top 40, top 10 hits that we had under our own name. We got a lot of new stuff from the new album, which is called Sound of Waves, just came out. And, you know, we got a lot of fan favorites that weren't necessarily hits on the radio, but have been a staple of our shows for many, many years. So it's a long night. We give people their money's worth and then some. So it's going to be a fun show. We've played the theater before, and it's just a remarkable place. I mean, it's wonderful. Acoustics are great. The crowd is great. I mean, it's such a fun night.
It's a great night, and the West Herr Riviera Theatre is a newly restored theater, as you know, and it's been around since, you know, the silent film days. So it's one of those iconic palaces. Where do you usually play, John, besides coming to Buffalo and Niagara Falls?
Boy, north, south, east, west, you know, we play all over the country. You know, I just came back from a tour with Rick Springfield called the 80s tour. And it was Rick, John Waite, Wang Chung, Paul Young, and myself. It was wonderful, you know, toured all over the South with those guys, and then came back to play with my band. And you know, after we play at the Riviera, we're going down to the Jersey Shore. Then we're heading back down south. Then we're going out. God, we're going to Florida. We're going out to New Mexico. We're going out to California. So all over. We got a bunch of dates around New England as well.
Well, it keeps you young, and I know the band has changed over the years. Who is in the band currently?
Myself, guitar player Gary Gramellini, who's been with us since the beginning. Michael Antunes. Occasionally, he's going to be 85 this year, so he can't always make the road dates. But and then we have a bunch of veterans from around the area, that the guys that we've played with over the years in different situations. Um, so a well-rounded group of veteran musicians.
Well, at 85, God bless, he's still up there doing this thing. What do you attest to the success of the group, John? Is it because the music is so connected to the public, and is it touring and performing what keeps you young?
I think my wife and kids keep me young, but um, I mean, it's just like I said before. It's a job of our choosing. I look over my shoulder and I see a life spent doing exactly what I wanted to do. Um, and it's a beautiful job. I mean, done right. Music is a giving thing, and you have something to give and to share with people. If you do it right, you can put a smile on people's faces, lift their hearts, and in return, lift your own heart as well. So it's a job that's well appreciated. That's for sure.
What's your website, John, where people can find out where you're performing?
JohnCafferty.com, believe it or not. It's that was the quickest way to it. So JohnCafferty.com, and you can find us there. I mean, there's a bunch of social media. Facebook would be John Cafferty Official, but JohnCafferty.com is a good place to start.
Well, you've kept it up, John, for a long time, from 1972 up till the present, and you're not going to stop, are you?
There's no signs of us stopping anytime soon. This new album, Sound of Waves, is getting great reviews. It's sort of reigniting, the path forward. So looking forward to see what comes.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you July 26th, 7:30 p.m. at the West Herr Riviera Theatre. Thanks for taking some time, John Cafferty, in Rhode Island to speak to us on WBBZ in Buffalo.
All right, come on down. It's going to be such a great night. I mean, we played there last time, and it was one of our favorite places to play. So go on down.